So I've seen a couple of these videos and I decided I wanted to do one, and it's raining outside. So I figured what better time to do this video than right now.
Well, the man says there's a storm warning, but he pulls down his hat and keeps his wheels rolling, chasing the dreams of a back 40 kind of life.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do top 5 mistakes that new duck hunters make, or even guys that's been duck hunting for a while. And no, I'm not bashing anybody when I go at this. Like I'm not trying to say, oh, you guys are terrible, you should never hunt again. That's not what I'm going for here. I'm just kind of throwing it out there, maybe giving some tips so people will understand, like, hey, that's not how you do it. Or, you know, maybe think about some things before you do it. Also, I want to announce in this video that I have reached almost 90 subscribers. We're at 89 subscribers right now in just a couple of months, man. It's actually really cool. I didn't expect that growth so fast on the channel. But hey, I'm glad I'm here, and you know, for all the guys that have been subscribed for a little bit and checking out my videos and, you know, getting all the views up and, you know, smashing that like button, thank y'all. I mean, I really do appreciate it. Bless y'all, man. And saying that, we're so close to 100. When I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a duck call giveaway. One of my custom calls, I'm going to give one away. I'm going to pick a random subscriber and just send the call to them. That's it. That's all it is. Subscribe, win. Here's the call. It's a Coco Bolo call, clear insert, custom tune, custom cut, custom turned. It is, I mean, it's nice. It's a sweet call. Now there it is. That's actually the exact same call that I made the duck call on 101, the breaking it down video. Same call. And I'm sending a random subscriber one. So you guys subscribe, hit the notification bell, smash that like button, let me know about it. So anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping, I'm gonna get straight into this. Alright, so I'm gonna start with one of the basics, okay? And that's movement, not moving. Knowing when to move, not moving, your eyes. We're gonna get into that. So, a lot of times the guys, you know, just take up duck hunting. They mistake duck hunting for, you know, you can just go out there and you can just party and have a good time or whatever. And yeah, duck hunting is about having a good time. It's about having a great time with some friends. You have some of your best fellowship you're ever gonna have in a duck hole, in a duck blind, or, you know, in a boat or wherever you're hunting. But ducks pick out movement really, really well. They have just absolute pinpoint accuracy eyes. They detect movement really, 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 really good, about like a deer. So when you're in the hole, you know, don't be moving around a lot. You know, a lot of us, we shake our legs and kind of give some water motion and stuff like that, and we turn and we look around. But you don't want to be, you know, you don't want to be pointing, you don't want to be waving, you know, you don't want to be scratching your head when the ducks come by, or however. You don't want to be making a lot of body movement as these, you know, the birds are working around trying to get close, because they'll pick you out, they'll see you. So, you know, movement is a key factor in duck hunting. And, you know, I mentioned earlier your eyes. Make sure you're not looking up and looking crazy. Like I mentioned in the duck calling video, you know, you have a lot of white in your eyes and ducks will pick it out. So just be mindful of that. Movement, eyes, looking up and stuff. You can look at the reflection off the water, and, you know, just don't move a whole lot until it's time to call the shot. All right, number 4. Number 4 is kind of off. A lot of people are not going to expect it to be this. But number 4 is really important to me as a hunter. I've been duck hunting for, oh man, I can't even count the years. But I've been duck hunting for many years, and this is one of the key factors for me, and that's comfort. Before you even go hunting, before you even leave the house, make sure you're going to be comfortable. Okay, you want to be as dry as you can, which every day it's not going to happen, because you're going to have those mornings where, you know, the rain's going to come in, the wind's going to be blowing 30 miles an hour. You know, you might have sleet, you know, frozen rain. It's, you know, it's not going to be ideal conditions every day. but make it the best you can. Be as comfortable as you can. Check the weather. If it's going to be super cold, dress for that. Wear your thicker socks, thermals, just add some layers. Or if it's going to be warm that morning, maybe take your thermals off and, wear thinner socks or whatever it may be. If you're uncomfortable on a hunt, you're not going to enjoy it. You're not going to enjoy it as much as you would if you were, as comfortable as you could be, given the conditions. I mean, you can't fight nature, but, you can help. So, number 4 is comfort for me. I think it's a really big part of, having a good. All right, number 3, if you're hunting public land, don't show up at daylight, because for one, if you show up at daylight, you're not going to be set up in time to catch that early morning flight. Those wood ducks and those teal and even some mallards are going to fly right at dawn. I mean, they're going to be hammering it pretty hard. They're just going to be waking up off the roost and trying to move around. You're going to miss that early morning flight, and you're going to be disturbing others. You're going to be messing up their early morning flight coming in with your boat or toting decoys or whatever, flaring ducks off of them, flaring birds off of them. So, not showing up at the last minute is probably number 3 for me. I think that's really important to know. Be mindful of others, guys, because there's so many of us that have been on public land hunts that have had people come in right at daylight or had people come in after us, and they set up, 50 yards from us. It's not a good hunt. It doesn't make for a fun time, because then you're trying to have to overcall this person that may not be able to call very well. Or, they might be shooting your sling birds. They might be shooting at you, raining each other with BBs. And it's a dangerous situation because, you can really get somebody hurt. And the last thing you want to do on a good duck hunt is get somebody hurt. We've all got families. We've all got people to go home to. So just be mindful of that. All right, number two. Number 2 for me is overcalling. Like I mentioned in the duck calling video, there's a big problem with things nowadays, and I'm not bashing anybody when I say this, but when Duck Dynasty came out, you saw a whole different breed of duck hunters come in the game, and they thought they had to call at every bird that flew in the sky. Just be aware and pay attention to the birds that have potential to work, that might work, and call at those birds. You don't have to call at every bird you can see flying. A lot of people have that problem. Those birds don't even know you're there. They have no idea you're calling at them. They can't hear you. You'll be lucky if they see your mojo. They're looking at so much other stuff directly under them right then. And what happens is when you're overcalling, when you're calling at some birds that are way away, you're going to be yelling at them, screaming. You're going to be just getting down with, a hell call, or, some people do that championship calling stuff. And you're going to be screaming at those birds, and you're going to flare the birds that are really close to you, and you're going to mess up those birds that have potential to work just by overcalling or calling at birds that you're not going to be able to do anything with. So just be mindful of that. Call at birds that have potential. Don't call at everything you see flying in the sky. And my definite number 1 in this list, in my opinion, obviously all these are my opinion, but my number 1 is not scouting. If you guys want to kill birds, if you want to go and you want to have an awesome hunt, especially like opening morning when there's a lot of people going, you're going to have to fight to get that hole anyway. You're going to have to fight to get birds anyway. So go out and scout, man. Like when the birds, we're in Louisiana, so the birds get down here kind of late. We have to wait on them to migrate and move down here. We get the last pickings. But, just go scout. See where the birds want to be. See where they're feeding at. See where they're going to roost, where they're going to rest in the middle of the day. Figure out the pattern. Figure out what they're doing, and realize where you need to be. You don't want to set up in 8 or 10 feet of water, but at the same time, you don't want to set up on dry land if the birds aren't feeding on that dry land. So number 1 for me is scouting. Go figure the birds out, get a pattern on them, and see where they want to be. I promise you'll have a lot better results on your hunts if you start doing that. And scout all year. Don't just scout one time before season opens and say, hey, this is where I'm hunting. If you're hunting on the places you've scouted and you realize it's slowing down, watch the birds around you, see where they're going, see where they're trying to be, where they want to work in at, and, maybe try that area, see if there's a hole to hunt, see if there's a spot to go. It's a never-ending thing. It's all part of the game. If you're going to duck hunt, you got to put in the work. But anyway, guys, I think that's all I got for today. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell. Tell your friends, because all you have to do for a chance to win this duck call is subscribe to the channel. That's it. As soon as I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to pick a random one and I'm going to send that person a duck call if they want it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. God bless y'all. Back 40 TV. We gone.